Yo, what is up, YouTube? It's Sync Sports Bets here, and in today's video, I got 4 player props for the college football Week 4 slate. Now, before I get into these picks here, I want to let you guys know of a new betting app that just came out that I am partnering with. It's an app called ePick. So on the screen here, I'm going to be showing you guys what ePick is and why it's so essential. You guys need to download now. So ePick. There's two sides of ePick. You could either pick them or you fade them. So pick them is just like a regular DFS app where you can pick 2 or more players from opposite teams and you can confirm the picks and then put an entry amount. So let's say we put $10. You'd win $28 with these 2 picks. So that's just like the standard DFS, like any other app is. But here's what makes ePick a little bit different here. So if you go to Fadeum side, you can see other people's picks. And if you click on one of them, if it's unmatched, you literally are fading every single pick that they put out. So if there's something you disagree of what someone else put out, you can fade them. So you are putting a little bit more. So this guy put in $25. I would be putting in $30. So because I'm fading him. And if I get one of the fades correct, I win all of that cash that he put in. So it's a pretty good game and it's a pretty good app. I really, really enjoy just a different side of betting where Fadeum honestly is in your favor because a lot of people's slips don't hit, man. Gambling is hard for hit consistently, but you are risking that you are putting a lot more money than what they risked. So it's a fun, unique app that's different from a lot of other apps out there because it's a player versus player game. So if you guys are interested in downloading ePick, you can use code SYNCS when signing up, and you get a 100% match up to $50. So that means if you put in $50, they will add an extra $50 to your account. You will have $100 of bankroll to begin betting. All the states on this map that are green are eligible to play in. So if you are in one of those green states, make sure to download this app now. It is so much fun, and I definitely think it is worth downloading. So that is it for that. And then I also want to show you guys my winnable real quick here. It's just a winning ticket to wealth. It's a website in which I post picks, VIP picks. If you guys are interested in subscribing more than just seeing the free picks, it's $69 for the full season for college football and NFL. And if you use code BEARS, BEARS in caps, you get $10 off for this full season pass. Definitely worth it. And I also have a Discord. Discord's absolutely free. Both of these links are down in the video description below, as well as the download link for ePick. But Discord's free. If you join the VIP slips pass, you will be added to this Discord channel here. It's absolutely private for only the members there. But I got admins. I got plenty of free slips on the Discord. You can chat with me, ask me any questions. Definitely worth joining there as well. So I'm going to make this video as quick as possible just because I'm posting pretty late at night, just a few hours before game time. But the first pick of the day that I will be going with, we're going to go with 3 unders and 1 over, all regular lines, no goblins in this video. So our first pick of the day is going to be Sappington. Now, Sappington, I'm actually putting a lot of money on this guy on Fliff for VIP picks, but I also see that Prizepicks put his line out, so I have to take this value. Now, a lot of you guys might be confused why I'm taking this pick, but his hit rate's absolutely insane. So Oregon's kicker, Atticus Sappington, he's pretty good kicker. Obviously, they score so many points. If you look at weeks 1 through 3, they are blowing out teams by like 50 points. It's absolutely insane. But it's weird because he hasn't hit over, even though they're scoring like 60, 70 points a game, right? So if you do look at their stats in the first 2 weeks, they played Sappington for like 90% of the game, and then they had a backup kicker kicking the rest of the extra points. So if that's the case with this game, which totally might be because Oregon State's offense and defense are actually pretty atrocious, I think Oregon's going to clap them by 40 points. But, I mean, 6 PAT made, that's 6 touchdowns being made, that's 42 points. I think they're going to start putting in the backup kicker by then if it gets out of hand like it has been the last few weeks. And I really like this pick here. So let me go to Outlier to show you his stats. Okay, guys, in 2025, he hit under this line in 3 of 3 games. In 2024, he was their starting kicker for Oregon. He only went over in 1 game, and guess what game that was? Oregon versus Penn State. So that's absolutely insane. I mean, Oregon versus Penn State, that was a very high scoring game, also a very close game. But this has never been hit over ever since. So, I mean, you have to take this pick. I know it's an unfavorable pick, but it wasn't unfavorable for all 3 weeks. So, like, I mean, the fact that Oregon put in their backup kicker in these 2 weeks because they already scored 5 touchdowns, like, I don't blame them. And I think they could do it again. I think this pick's absolutely free. It's such good value. You guys got to take it now. Okay, our second pick of the day. I actually took him a couple weeks ago. We're going to go with Micah Ford under his longest reception. Now, he's the running back for Stanford. And if you guys are familiar with Stanford, they honestly are run heavy. Their quarterback is absolutely atrocious. If you look at his line, it's only 160 passing yards. That is really low for a quarterback, especially in college when you're playing against very vanilla defenses. But Stanford, man, as a BYU fan, we played them a couple weeks ago. Their offense is so bad, man, so bad. Virginia's projected to blow out this team, and they're playing at Virginia. Stanford's just whole entire like team is just atrocious, man. They just don't have any star talent to be able to compete with teams. I did see they beat Boston College. Boston College is also kind of just the same type of team they are. I mean, they lost Castellanos, and I just don't think Stanford's good at all. So, I mean, let's go to Outlier to see Micah Ford's stats. Okay, so this season he has hit under 3 of 3 games. That's 100% hit rate. If you go to last season, he hit under 6 of 9 games. That's a 67% hit rate. But if you look at these games right here, he only hit over in 1 game, and he hit over in the first couple weeks of college football. But I think that was just because of luck. I think defense are starting to lock down this quarterback, and he's not that good. Golden Bronson is absolutely garbage. I understand that this guy does get a few targets per game, but this is the biggest pick here that I like because it's the longest reception. So if he gets a 7-yard reception, it doesn't matter whatsoever. It will be wiped out. He'll have to get an 8-yard reception or better in 1 reception. So it's the longest reception. It's pretty straightforward. I mean, versus BYU, he had a 7 yards of reception, so a little bit lucky there, but I did take the under on 7.5. So his line really hasn't changed, and I really don't think it will. If you go to the targets here, he had 5 targets, only caught 2 balls. And then in the BYU game, he only had 1 reception. And then last week, he had 1 target and no receptions. So I really like this line here. Gold Bronson's a horrible quarterback, and if he does throw it to him, it's going to be an inaccurate pass. I promise you that. So take the under on Micah Ford. And then our third under of the day, it's going to be Kendrick Raphael on California. So Kendrick Raphael, we're going to go under on 7.5 receiving yards versus San Diego State. If you look at the last 5 games, he has easily cleared this line 5 out of 5 games on Prizepicks. Let's go to Outlier to see his stats. All right, on Outlier, Kendrick Raphael has hit under 3 of 3 games, 100% hit rate in 2025. In 2024, he hit under 10 of 12 games. That's an 83% hit rate. And we're also favorable in this pick. Receiving yards allowed for San Diego State is ranked number 24, averaging 151 total among all wide receivers. So very good there. If you look at the targets, he had in 2025, he had 4 targets, 1 reception, 3 targets, 2 receptions, 1 reception, 1 target in those weeks. They are pass heavy, but he is a running back, so it's just if he leaks out the field. I mean, he only has 8 targets total within 3 games, and he's only caught half of those balls. So, I mean, 8 yards is pretty hard to come by. Negative yards can happen, especially with a running back reception. So, I mean, I don't think they're super pass heavy with Raphael, and I really like San Diego State's defense to hold them down under 8 yards total. All right, guys, this next pick is going to be a lot more exciting than these unders. These unders are very sweaty and difficult, but we're just going to have to get through each and every game that happens. But, I'm very confident that these picks can hit, but you just never know. I mean, this is a 10x slip, so kind of a long shot, but I really think it's going to happen. So our next pick of the day is going to be Jake Retzlaff. Now, Jake Retzlaff actually should have been the BYU quarterback, but due to some things just happening, unfortunately didn't work out for both sides, so we had to release him. He transferred over to Tulane, and he's actually doing really solid. I'm not surprised whatsoever. Jake Retzlaff's an incredible quarterback. And in all 3 weeks as the Tulane starter, he hit over easily, especially versus Duke, 43.9 fantasy score. That's double his line. He does play Ole Miss. Ole Miss is ranked 13 overall. I think Jake Retzlaff is going to have a game. 2 touchdowns at the minimum needs to happen, either run or pass. He's pretty elite at a run. I think every single week he's had at least 1 running touchdown and 1 passing touchdown. So that plus his rushing yards, plus his passing yards, I mean, it should be free versus a very bad Ole Miss team. They allowed Arkansas quarterback to throw for 300 yards last week, and he exceeded his fantasy line. I'll show you guys an outlier, but before I do that, let me show you guys the scoring chart for fantasy football, for college football. If you're not familiar with the point system, so you just scroll down here, passing yards, 0.04 per yard. For every passing touchdown, it's 4 points. Every interception, it's -1. Rushing yards for the quarterback is 0.1. You guys get the gist here. Yeah, I think, it can calculate like itself. You guys kind of see the gist of it. He does rush for a touchdown. That's why I think, it's a really, really good line here because bro is insane. I think it's guaranteed that he will rush at least 1 touchdown, and that's 6 points right there. So, and I think he can get at least 10 points alone with passing and rushing. So, Jake Retzlaff, slap the over on there. Let's go to Outlier to see his stats. Okay, in 2025, Jake Retzlaff has averaged 30 fantasy points per game, hitting over all 3 games. In 2024 on BYU, he went over 8 of 13 games. That's a 62% hit rate. So if you look at Taylon Green for Arkansas, he did exceed his own line by 10 fantasy actually versus Ole Miss defense. So I mean, Jake Retzlaff has definitely have a lot of confidence coming into the season. He's exceeding this line by a huge margin. He has a really good offensive line, and he did play versus Duke. I think Duke's actually a pretty good team in my opinion. They have a very high-paid quarterback. So actually, I think he has the highest paying quarterback is on Duke, and they absolutely beat him. So I really like this pick. I mean, it's fantasy score. It's kind of a fun pick to pick. But nonetheless, we're going with these 4 picks, so make sure to lock them in. I already have. And before I end this video, I want to show you guys some of the wins that we've had. I want you guys to trust me as a bettor, and I know I can win you guys some money. We actually did cash pretty easily in video picks last video, so if you want to check it out to see if I'm trustworthy, you can check out the last video. But let me show you guys that win here. Scroll up here. Here it is. So video picks hit for NFL Thursday Night Football of the Dolphins versus the Bills. We had 2 regular lines, 2 goblins, absolutely cashed out there. And then for VIP, we also cashed out a couple more slips. This is WNBA and NFL combined. We had a plus 230 hit right here, and then we had another slip hit at plus 150 for Josh Allen under 0.5 interceptions. Coleman under 3.5 receptions, and then obviously the Bills money line was free as well. So why I like these picks so much, if you guys are new to the channel, on Fliff, I like to focus on going under on demons that are on Prizepicks because Fliff has that line to go under on. Prizepicks, you can't go under on demons, of course. So it's just a great pick. Prizepicks is very accurate with their demons. They try to make it as hard as possible, probably like 90% of the time. So the fact that Fliff makes that available to go under on the exact same line, it's always free most of the time. You just got to be a little smart there with what exact demon that you go under on. But Allen and Coleman were demons. Hit the unders there, absolutely cash, and has a pretty decent hit rate as well. So yeah, you guys are more than welcome to join the Discord, join the football full season pass. You guys can also download Outlier. It's a 7-day free trial, $20 monthly after that. And then as well, download ePick. All of that is totally worth it to help you grow your bankroll and win some good money. So sorry I'm posting this video super late. Just been pretty busy this weekend, but I do plan to post an NFL video sometime on Saturday, so expect that video as well. So that is all I have for today. Hope you guys have a great night. Peace.